Are we good?
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco, the Artsy sister, and today we're reading Saturnastra, Chicot. This is chapter 20, part 1, No Man's Land. The winter months came, and with them followed more turmoil. The harvest had not been all plentiful. If it wasn't for Chicot's secret food storage, we would have all starved. Around that time, the merchant missions had returned. Chicot's 231 guards were finally home. I took to the stock of the profits made by the trade deals, and it had been our best quarter yet. And since our storage rooms were full, people began to suggest that Chicot should hire extra help. It was the popular opinion that Aldona had gotten lucky with her insane plan. Chicot, however, disagreed. Much to our annoyance, Chicot sent almost the entire bulk of the profit to some unknown benefactors. We were all still getting paid handsomely, though we secretly begrudged how the profits of our ventures were being used. This time, even Amberaldus voiced his concern. He came to Chicot's study while I was writing down for him some purchasing agreements. Shocked, he said, "I can't believe you are sending the bulk of the profits to the lords." And what do I do with the money? What I do with my money is none of your business, said Chicot with disdain. It was the first I heard of the beneficiaries of our profits. We are in no man's land. We could have used that money to hire guards, build towers, anything. What you did was utterly irresponsible, said Amberaldus, punching the table. Come back when you're sober, and maybe I would bother to take your concerns in earnest, said Chicot, frowning. Amberaldus was about to say something else, but he stopped when Gita entered the room. He then stormed out there in a fury. Chicot regarded him with cool disdain. Gita asked Chicot, "What's eating him up?" "The usual," said Chicot peevishly. "I do think we should do something about our home defenses," commented Gita. "If we start building towers and hiring guards, we would attract unwanted attention. We must make do what we have," said Chicot. "Perhaps we should seek a former allegiance with the Southern Kingdom for protection," said Gita. "Why bother? We are miles away from any fortification. Even if we got new guards up here, we will have to bear the brunt of feeding and arming them," said Chicot. "And besides, the Southern Army cannot waste precious soldiers to fortify a town in the middle of nowhere. Any strategist would tell you that we are not worth protecting." "How can this be true? Aren't we the only source of innovation in this godforsaken world?" said Gita, raising her hands to the sky. "Easy there, Gita. Albus may be clever indeed, and I may make a decent armor or two, but there are plenty of innovators in this continent alone," Chicot added, "and besides, innovation is both feared and hated by the guildmaster. Their influence may have greatly diminished, but they are still a driving factor in the most of the feudals, especially in the Western Kingdom." "I'd also take all of those Western swine," said Gita, sitting down. "I do think we should moderately increase our fighting potential. I am not saying we should hire an army. Rather, we need something new. Anything, really," I said to Chicot. Chicot thought a moment while he rested his head on his hand. He then said, How do you feel about killer trees?" "If you can get any, tell us where to plant them," I said nonchalantly. "Getting them is no problem. We have plenty of newborn soil to plant them. And then there is the issue with the people. Most of them will be afraid of the things meant to protect them," said Chicot. "We could talk with them, make them understand that those new killer trees will protect them," said Gita. Her openness to this far-fetched idea was surprising, to say the least. Even I pondered where Chicot could find those infamous killer trees. "Maybe the people will be more open to new protectors if they were at least pretty to look at," I suggested. "In this department, we could try harpies or maybe sphinxes. Of the harpies, only one flock remains and lives in hiding in the mountain close to our home. They only fly at night and avoid humans like the plague. We could try to enter an arrangement of sorts," suggested Chicot. "Mother says harpies are brutish killers and sphinxes never give you a straight answer," said Gita, turning them down. "We could try allying ourselves with a nomad clan instead," I suggested. "That won't work. Nomads are constantly traveling. That's part of their name," said Gita. "I think we could try the sphinxes. We need not talk to them, nor try to have a formal allegiance. I know a bit of how their society works. All we will have to do is leave some sort of present out in the field for one of their kind to pick up. The present can obtain a set of instructions asking them to help us in the case of an invasion, suggested Chicot. Do you think that will even work? I asked Chicot. We will first have to try to make contact with them by making a shrine, said Chicot. Wait. Before you get carried away, what use would they be if we had no way of calling them for help? Asked Gita. By leaving presents for them daily, they will be compelled to check up on us daily, at least once a day. And we just need to leave them during a time schedule. And if we change the time, we will only annoy the Sphinxes. Punctuality is very important to them. Fine, let's try to see if the Sphinx comes. But if somebody dies because of this, I am blaming you, said Gita, leaving. Later that night, Chicot was walking in the garden. He was visited upon by Aldona. Ever since her change, she was only active during the night time. It was truly bizarre. The change was affecting Gita a lot, and she grew less cheerful as nighttime approached. She was still coming to terms with her mother's change. I drove him as was my habit whenever he was remotely doing anything I found interesting. When Chicot sat down beside her before starting the conversation, he said to me, "Don't you have your own life to live? What would become of you if I were to suddenly up and disappear on you?" "You wouldn't do that to us, would you?" I said, giving a nervous laugh. "I might just do that to teach you a lesson," said Chicot, smiling. Shaking her head sadly, Aldona said, "Just ignore him, the same way you do with Paola." "At least she knows how to hide," said Chicot, pouting. I looked all over the garden, and indeed Paola was nowhere to be seen. I figured Chicot was just messing with me. Stoically ignoring me, Chicot said, "So what do you want to talk about?" "I heard from Gita that you wanted to contact the Sphinxes," said Aldona. "You know they have a non-aggression pact with Veraguero." "What of it? And besides, the pact is with and only with Veraguero and its denizens. Our problem is the Western Kingdom and the fools manning it. It is only a matter of time before they strike again." "I would not be too worried. Armies only march during the summertime because of the harvest. It has been so throughout the ages, and most of the lords are too superstitious to break away from tradition," said Aldona. Why only march during the summer? If a nation has ample stores, it would be strategically convenient to attack during the fall and even the winter. The enemy would not expect such an attack, said Paola's voice in the darkness. "This superstition began during the era of Blood Red," said Aldona, looking at Paola. "Blood Red? Never heard of him," I said. "I am not surprised. Most humans that knew Blood Red would be dead by now, but we all remember him, and the dark shadow he casted over all of our lives," said Aldona. "Oh, please do tell," I said, sitting down in the bench facing Chicot and Aldona. Paola too came out of the darkness to hear the tale a little better. A time, bro?
6 minutes.
500 years ago, I was coming back to the base camp with the officer, our leader if you would. He was shocked to see that both armies had been completely slaughtered. The snow-painted crimson, both human and elven blood, said Aldona. I held my breath caught in the reverie of her battle. The same thing would occur again and again, and whenever there was a large decisive battle, even with our immortal armies, they would be inexplicably slaughtered, and after a decade of bloodshed, we entered a covenant with the humans. We agreed that we would only fight during the summertime. Though the covenant has long been forgotten, humans still superstitiously obey it. That's all well and good, but is Blood Red a person? A monster? A demon? When the officer spoke of Blood Red, he referred to it as a person, said Aldona. Do you think Blood Red is still around? Asked Paola. I doubt it. The Southern Kingdom has been active all year round, and there hasn't been any news of something remotely resembling a Blood Red effect, said Aldona thoughtfully. Chicot opened his mouth to comment on Blood Red, but then chose to steer the conversation elsewhere. Going back to the matter at hand, I think we should look into the Sphinxes to help us. If you don't have an easier time, most sort of ways of getting allies. We could become a safe haven for magic users. If we get in trouble, they could fight for us, suggested Paola. Most of those magic users are useless in a real battle. They are mediocre at best, and they will not need a safe haven if they could protect themselves, said Chicot sarcastically. The conversation was interrupted by Amberaldus, who was passing by. He said, Have you figured a way to fix our situation? We were discussing it. How do you feel about sphinxes? Asked Chicot. I feel that it is a stupid idea, but that is just me. Don't they eat people? Said Amberaldus. Not always. And besides, they are sentient beings, so we can negotiate with them, said Chicot. If you said so, said Aldona, unconvinced. Chicot's insane plan to call upon the sphinxes was not done right away. Their flock tended to graze far south during the winter. They would extend their foraging range as soon as spring arrived, and in the meantime Chicot spent the winter financing the guard towers and the wooden walls that the mayor had demanded. Amberaldus had apparently got around Chicot's authority, and since the town people were already convinced that Chicot had agreed on the towers and the walls, Chicot gave them the money to do as they will. Chicot gave them the money for the fortification under the condition that a public bathhouse be made and maintained. The townspeople were required to use it at least once a day. Chicot's guard would also oversee the construction and advise as they saw fit. And when the New Year's came, Amberaldus started talking of turning the manor into a citadel. Chicot put his foot down on this idea. He was in no mood of militarizing his home. Alright, that's the end of that chapter.